Okay, so today we're going to be mowing the field below my house. So this is kind of a combination of two videos. A test of the Canon R7's capability for vlogging. So that is what I'm filming with right now, the Canon R7 with the kit lens. And also I'm going to show you my field. So let's come down here. Here it is. 2/3 of an acre, and it has to be cut by a push mower because it is over a 30-degree slope. Let me grab a battery for my mower and get going. Okay, so we got the mower out. One more thing is, before we get started, I have all the camera settings set on this camera to be exposed roughly, but I have the ISO set to auto, so any lighting changes should be evened out by that. Okay, so let's get mowing. Okay, so now to give you some perspective on how steep this hill is, I set up the camera perfectly level with its built-in leveler, and this is what it is. So let me get out of the way and you can see how steep this hill is. Okay, now I'm going to go put the camera at the bottom of the hill because this lens camera combo is not wide enough. I'm using, as I said earlier, the 18mm to 150mm kit lens that came with the Canon R7, and because of its APS-C sized sensor, it has a pretty severe crop. So I think it's more like a 24mm, so not a great wide lens, and because this field is so big, I can't really see it. And it's not the best for vlogging. I'm holding it a couple feet away from me, so definitely not the best situation. So let's put this at the bottom of the hill. I think I have the Canon R8 as well. I think that camera would be a lot better for vlogging with a 16mm full frame lens, like the one that Canon offers. Oh, this is steep. So if you're vlogging, probably the R8 is the better option than the R7. So I'll get to the bottom of the hill here. It's getting darker, sorry about that. Let me put the ISO into auto again like it was earlier. There we go. Okay. Almost down. And here we go. So I'm gonna set this up and keep filming, and we'll talk a little bit more about the camera when I'm done. Okay, well, we've done the first part of the yard. I've moved the camera position so you can actually see the rest of what I'm going to be cutting. So I'll get that cut. It's already been about 2.5 hours since I started, so this will probably take around 3.5 hours. This is a pretty miserable yard to cut because of how tall it is, but you know, I've done grass cutting before, so it's not that difficult, I guess. It's just steep and terrible. But anyway, I'll finish that up and we'll talk more about the Canon R7. I really don't know why I decided to integrate these two videos about grass cutting and the R7, but here we are. So I'll finish cutting and we'll talk about the R7 a little bit more. Okay, well, we are done with the yard. We are completely done. It's all mowed all the way up to the top of the hill. So this was a huge project. It took about 3 hours, which is what I thought it would take. And I filmed all this with the Canon EOS R7, time lapses and everything. Everything was just filmed at the 7K oversampled sensor. So that is all of what that looks like. I'm not gonna color grade all this too much, probably just some exposure things. And I recorded all of the video in standard, so you can see how that looks. I'm filming this with the kit lens, so there you go. Now, this project, as far as the lawn goes, is pretty big. I'm gonna start walking back now. This is not fun, and I have to do this every 2 weeks, so that's not great. Now, as far as the whole vlogging situation goes, I'm sorry if it's a little shaky. My hands are shaking because I'm exhausted. But I think I'm a little overexposed. Let me fix this. Oh, there we go. Now we're exposed, right? Okay. So, as far as vlogging is concerned, I would say the Canon R8 is probably the better option because of its wider angle lens. So that's something to consider, but there's no image stabilization in that camera like there's in this. So it's a lot more shaky. Whew. Well, I think this is where I'm gonna end it for this video. Overall, the hill is terrible to cut and the Canon R7 is pretty great. So if you have any questions about the camera or the hill, please let me know in the comments below and I will answer your question. Also, I'm gonna be doing some more videos comparing the R7 to the R8, so stay tuned for that. Well, this is where I end it for today and I'll see you in the next one.